Hey, what's up, guys? I wasn't going to do another jet ski video this soon. But when I went out to the coast and ran it aground several times, it started running weird. And we headed out this past weekend, and something just wasn't right with it, and I hope it was the wear ring which I replaced. But I don't want to put the jet ski away for the winter not knowing if I've repaired it correctly. So we're gonna make a trip out of a test run. It's September 14th, and we're heading to Kerr Lake. We'll put in North Carolina and travel across the state line into Virginia. There's some islands in the lake that I'm hoping will be good spots to stay at. I don't like doing weekend trips. I imagine the lake is going to be pretty busy. It's a nice weekend and summer's kind of winding down, but we'll see how it goes. Really, I'm just really hoping that I got this thing repaired. But we'll see. Jet ski still isn't running the way it used to, but I'll keep looking into it. I made it across the state line. I'm in Virginia now. There's a dam behind me. It separates a reservoir from the Staunton River, which is kind of neat. This is a big lake. I think it's actually the biggest by surface area in Virginia. So I don't think I'll have a problem finding a spot to camp for the night. There's a few islands I want to check out. One of them's right over here, and the other one's around the way. But it's early yet, and I have plenty of gas, so I'm going to keep exploring. Man, this might be the best campsite I've ever found. This is just unbelievably pretty. Right under all these pines. Well, I guess they're not all pines. Another thing I'm not good at, identifying trees. Check this place out. Probably not going to set up like straight away. I'm not exactly sure if I'm allowed to be here. So, I think the hammock and the tarp can wait, but this is good. We finally splurged on some new chairs. It's about time. Helinox sunset chairs. They were spendy, and they're not as small as I would prefer them to be, but I set it up at home, and it is super comfortable. And as I said in my last video, these are just not a luxury item as far as I'm concerned. I know when I camp, I do it pretty comfortably, but this, having a comfortable place to sit at camp is kind of a must-have. You guys got to check these things out. It's a bunch of good blowdown trees at the edge of this island I'm on. So in the event that I want to have a fire tonight, there's plenty of wood. Look at this. It's wild. I don't know if this can't be that recent. But there's a lot of it. Really good wood. Should burn well if I decide to take a match to it later. Spent most of the day just relaxing here, floating around a little bit. And then, of course, people had to pull up in their boat listening to 80s rock. 50,000 acre lake, and they had to pull up right in front of me. That went on for too long. But I've enjoyed it nonetheless. I do think I'm gonna get some firewood, just in case. It's pretty warm out today. Highs are in the 80s. It's supposed to go into the high 60s at night. But I don't think gathering some downed wood would be a terribly bad idea. Quite possibly the fastest pile of firewood I've ever processed. Very good. This time around I used an old Pelican case that I used to put my Phantom drone in and just put all my bedding, my whole sleep system in here. It fits really well into the back of that rack on the back of the jet ski. And I trust these cases a lot. So, underquilt, hammock, tarp, pillow, sleeping bag. Nice and organized, nice and dry. Decided to move everything under the shade of the trees. It's starting to cool down a little bit. It's not too bad. Of course, if I get too hot, there's a beautiful lake to cool off in. But got the hammock hung and have some more company right here. Guy in a bow rider. Always wanted to get one of those, but can't bring myself to buy a truck. I like my car too much. I will put the tarp up just in case it starts to. I've learned that lesson. It's always better to be prepared. But I've really enjoyed this place so far. Kind of working up an appetite. So probably start dinner here shortly. But this is just a fantastic campsite. I'm really happy with this one. Dinner tonight is going to be another easy one. Chili mac with beef. Again, I've not had this, but it's easy and it doesn't require having a fire. So, got 2 cups of water in the pot. Fire the little stove up here. Doesn't get much easier than that. Okay. Whew. Hot. Ew. I don't know. It smells good. Does not look... It's kind of weird looking when it's dry. But then again, I think most freeze-dried or dehydrated meals are. So, two cups. Stir carefully. Close this guy out. I've tried making my own dehydrated meals. The last one was vegetarian lasagna. This was about a year ago. And it was not very good. It wasn't very good. I like dehydrating my own fruit, stuff like that, snacks, but I've yet to really be able to dehydrate a meal myself that's as good or anything to these kind of meals, so I might try again though. So 10 minutes. I'll stir it in a couple, but it's supposed to rehydrate for 8 to 9 minutes. And then it's dinner. It's been about 10 minutes. Chili mac with beef. I don't know about this one. We'll give it a shot. Smells okay. Whoop. Not my favorite. I can't tell if it's the beef or the beans that have a kind of spongy texture to them. One thing I really like to do when camping is eat good. But the last few times I've come out, it's just too hot to justify starting a fire and to cook over, and then you're leaning over the fire to cook. So it's edible. Not my favorite. Still, Packet Gourmet reigns supreme. It's just such a pain to order them when I can just go to REI. I'm going to go ahead and finish this and enjoy the sunset. I think this guy in the boat is about to leave, which is good. Figured before I hit the hay, I'd jump in the lake and rinse off a little bit. I have some broners, so just kind of rinse some of the bug spray off and cool down a little bit before I crawl in for the night. I did put the underquilt under the hammock just to be able to pull. I have it off to the side, but just to pull underneath me in case I get cold tonight. It's one good thing about a hammock is that you can regulate your temperature a lot easier, but that's for another day. Anyways, time to get rinsed off. I hope you guys are having a good night. It's excellent out here. And I'll catch you in the morning. So that's spooky. Morning. Another lovely night in the hammock. I woke up and there was just an insane amount of daddy longleggers crawling over everything. It's really weird. Slept really good, as usual. The fishermen woke me up this morning, zipping around on their boats. It's gray out, and they are calling for rain later in the day, so I packed breakfast. I've been doing that. I'm just not a breakfast person, so I don't know if I'm going to try to pack up and eat before hitting the water or just do my usual and hit the water. But I would definitely come back to this spot. And if I bet you there's other spots that are equally as good. This is a huge lake. So in any event, I'm gonna wrap this up, start packing. It's dry, which is nice. It means I don't have to hang stuff up when I get home. But just amazed that more people don't do this. More often than not, this is what my camp looks like in the morning. Stuff kind of strewn about, and camera gear in various places around the campsite. It's something that I really need to work on. Every now and then I'll hang a line up and hang dry bags off of it. But especially when I come out on the jet ski, since I don't have to have everything in dry bags, and it actually almost makes it easier to pack without putting things in dry bags, this is what I'm left with. And it's quite annoying. I think part of that problem is that I bring a lot of stuff. I don't, this is kind of glamping as far as I'm concerned. And the other thing about it is the amount of camera gear that I bring. I have a lot of camera gear, and some of it I don't even use. But I bring it just in case. But it's something that I'm consistently working on. And again, I think if I start to hang my gear again, it'll be a lot better. Makes it a lot easier to pack up in the morning and find where things are, which is what I'm about to do now. All packed up, about to hit the water. Worked up a bit of a sweat getting everything packed and in the boat, but that's okay. Surely I'm about to cool off. Now, to find the car. Car's right around the corner here. I was going to check out some more of the lake, but it started drizzling, and while you can paddle and drizzle, being on a jet ski is a little bit uncomfortable. And of course, as soon as I get back to the car, it stops drizzling. So it goes. Anyways, I appreciate it if you stuck around this far. I look forward to another paddle trip soon. Hopefully I'll get this guy fixed and in order, but we'll see. We'll see about that. In any event, I will catch you guys on the next one.